Trent, I'm super excited to marry you. You're marrying a half Colombian, so be ready. Just gonna tell you right now, please be really patient with me. I'm so excited to see you as a father for the future together and to spend the rest of our lives together. Trent, I love you.
Krystal, I just want you to know you're beautiful and I love you. I know you'll make a phenomenal mother and a phenomenal wife. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. You're the best. I love you.
I met you in the dark, you lit me up. You made me feel as though I wasn't off. We danced the night away, we drank too much.
It was practically a blind date, and my friend set me up with her husband's best friend.
So we texted probably for about a week and a half before we met. Krystal was at her family reunion in Florida, so I'd send her texts and she would take forever to respond back. So I was like, she's not that interested. So that was basically the beginning of our first date, and then we finally decided to meet up.
We went to the Melting Pot, which is a pretty good restaurant in Salt Lake, so I was a little impressed just by the restaurant.
So after that, Krystal and I went to Wise Guys Comedy Club, had a club. I did not think that Krystal liked it.
I don't like comedy.
So the whole time I was sitting there thinking, man, she is not having fun. And then at the end of the comedy club, her and I walked back to the vehicle, and the whole time she's bumping into me, and I'm like, okay, maybe she likes me, maybe she doesn't. And then when we finally got to the house, that was it. It was goodbye. I gave her a hug, and that was it. And I thought it was, I didn't think it was that great of a date, but turns out it's phenomenal.
I'm so in love with you, and I hope you know, darling, your love is more than worth its weight in gold. We've come so far, my dear, look how we've grown. And I want to stay with you until we're great old. Just say you won't let go. Just say you won't let go.
So Krystal and my first kiss, I really had to work for this first kiss, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little deceptive. So my first kiss was, I think, our second date. Yeah, it would be our second date. I had my best friend Garrett's our wife, bake this really awesome lasagna. We went to the store, we bought a fresh basil plant, and basically she prepped this amazing meal for Krystal. Okay, and Krystal the whole time was under the thought that I was gonna make her dinner.
Let me just tell you what I thought. So I got there, and I love to cook, so I appreciate any food that's prepared and take the time to make it, because I understand how hard it is. And when I saw this lasagna, I was like, wow. I was shocked. And he did have the basil plant, which I really was just amazed at this point, and the lasagna was so good. So I was like, wow, he can cook. I was a little embarrassed because I was like, maybe he could do better than I can. And then after dinner, we were just sitting and talking, and I like to take things a little slower and not kind of put all the cards out. And Trent was kind of quick and just caught me off guard, and that was pretty much our first kiss.
It's the best kiss of her life.
Como te miro, tengo tu foto en la pared, en el reloj marcan las 10 y tengo frío. ¿Dónde estarás? Por el trabajo me quedo.
So like I said, our first date really revolved around us texting while Krystal was at our family reunion in November of 2015. So that's when Krystal and I first started talking. Well, I wanted to make the engagement special, so in November of 2016, that's when I planned to engage Krystal and pop the question. And we just happened to be in Florida at the same time, so exactly 1 year from the day that I started talking to her was the day I was going to propose to her and make it special.
I gave him a deadline and he passed it a little bit, so I was a little frustrated for a couple months. Couple months I was a little frustrated.
I planned to do it at the most opportune time where her whole family would be there, at least everybody that was at the family reunion. So during a talent show, at the very, very end of the talent show, I went out onto the floor and grabbed the mic, and Krystal was like, "What are you doing?" But she had no idea. She was like, "Maybe he has a hidden talent." So at that time, that's when I proposed to Krystal, was at the end in front of everybody.
And I couldn't find a better moment than this one right here with your family, displaying my love for you.
Definitely probably one of the best times to pop the question, and my family was so excited and so happy to be part of it.
We all went crazy.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me, 'cause we were just kids when
my favorite physical feature of Krystal, that's a hard one. She just has so many. Let's just say I am a fan of the Colombian culture and the women they produce. Krystal is very, very beautiful, and it shows. Just her natural beauty. That's my favorite feature of Krystal.
My favorite physical feature about Trent probably is in between his eyes and his bubbly booty. A nice way to put it.
And I would have to say probably my favorite non-physical feature is her love. Krystal has unconditional love. She's willing to go above and beyond for everybody. She does activities and she makes sure they are absolutely perfect. It doesn't have to be for me, it can be for my family, it can be for my nieces and nephews, but she is always there. And if I need something done, she will do it.
My favorite part is Trent is so easy to let things go, or easy to forgive. He knows where to pick his fights, or actually not pick fights. And I love that about him. And also, he's a very, very, very loving person, and I need that in my life.